Welcome to the Tenacious Baseball League on Tabletop Baseball Plus. I am your host, Tenacious Earl, and let's get you up to date on everything that's been happening in the league. And so here are your scores from Monday, May 23rd, 2016. We had a doubleheader between the Baltimore Orioles and the Detroit Tigers. Baltimore took both games of that set. 14-10 in the first. Ubaldo Jimenez picks up the victory. Anibal Sanchez the loss. While in Game 2, it was a 3-2 final. Mike Wright the victory. Britton saves that for him. Daniel Norris the tough luck loss for the Tigers, and a pretty decent game pitch there for him. Later on in the day, the Yankees picked up a victory, shutting out Toronto 11-0 at home. Masahiro Tanaka got the victory, while Marcus Stroman gave up a bunch of runs in that one. Across the East River there, the New York Mets also won and took a share of first from the Miami Marlins with a 5-3 victory over the Oakland Athletics. Jacob deGrom with a victory, Rich Hill the loss, and then out in Pittsburgh it was 3-2 victory for the Pirates. Walk-off win there for Pittsburgh. Melanson gets the victory, while Barraclaw the loss for the Marlins. And finally, in the matchup you're going to see today, Game 2 of that series, San Diego defeats the Angels 5-1 out at Angel Stadium. And so for Tuesday, May 24th, we have the final game of that series I just talked about, the Padres and the Angels. Colin Ray will take the hill for the Padres, trying to get a 2-1 series victory in this one, while Jared Weaver will go for the Angels. And then starting a new series in Toronto, it'll be another AL East matchup. It'll be the Orioles heading up there north of the border to take on the Blue Jays. It'll be Gausman against Happ there. We'll have that a little later in the weekend. We're going to have this first game for you, though, and just to show you the standings on the right there, we got the Mets and Marlins at the top, with Pittsburgh 2 games back, Oakland 3 games also behind in fourth, and then you've got a tie between Toronto and Baltimore, who will be facing off here on the 24th. But first, we're going to see the final game of San Diego at the Angels. Okay, so here we are, final game of this series, San Diego and the Los Angeles Angels at Angel Stadium. We already rolled the ballpark numbers, and it is a day game, and we rolled a 6, so it means that it is good conditions here in May. So that means that ballpark singles will be hits if it's a 1-4. And it will be a line out to whichever side of the infield it is, if it's 5 through 20. And for the home runs, 1 through 8 will be the home run, and then it will be a fly ball to whichever field. Makes sense if it is 9 through 20. Of course, 8 and 9 also have some connotations as far as the ballpark. The outfield potentially robbing. Okay, so as mentioned before, our pitchers Colin Ray and Jared Weaver. Jared Weaver will be out there first, facing, I forgot to write down his name here on the score sheet, facing this lineup for the Padres. Padres getting the most recent game by a score of 5-1. So similar lineup, but a couple of changes here. Melvin Upton Jr. in left will lead off. Then Yannervis Solardi at third base, Matt Kemp in right again, and then Will Myers will move to first base and bat fourth. Then Derek Norris behind the plate, Alexei Ramirez short, Jose Perella second base, John Jay back from injury in center field, and Ray on the mound. And he'll use pitcher's hitting card number 1. So let's get this game going. The rubber match here from Angel Stadium, Anaheim, California. Beautiful afternoon for baseball here in sunny Southern Cal. And against the righty Weaver, that is going to be a strikeout to start the game for Upton Jr. So 1 out, Solarte. That is a 4-4. Batting from the left side, catcher X. Okay, so the catcher for the Angels is Jet Bandy in this game. He's a 2E5. So I'm not going to show you the chart, but a 2 and a 1 is going to be a single. That would be a single. He's going to beat out this and see if there's an error involved. It does not look like it. On the E5, that is 13, and there's no error, but that will be a single for Nervous. So, and Weaver not good at holding runners. Bandy is 0 arm. Weaver +7. So Solarte, he's going to try to get a jump here with 1 out. Try to get to second. He gets a 7. He needed a 4 on the addition product, addition sum of the red dice, so he will be forced to hang tight. I mean, he could try to go on a poor lead, but that's okay. I'm going to let Matt Kemp come to the plate here, see if he can drive him home. 1 out, runner on first. 6-8 righty, and that's going to be a very easy double play ball there. It will be Escobar picking it up, throwing it over to Giavotella, and then over to first at Pujols. And that will be it for the top of the first. No score. All right, so now to the bottom of the first, and it will be the Angels facing Colin Ray. And it will be Yunel Escobar leading off, playing third base. Then Johnny Giavotella will man second base and bat second. And then you'll have Cole Calhoun in right, Mike Trout in center, Cliff Pennington at short, giving Gregorio Petit a game off. Albert Pujols at first, Jet Bandy catching, Shane Robinson back from injury in left, and Jared Weaver on the mound facing Ray. And here is Escobar. Righty 4-8. That's a 1-12 single chance. Otherwise, it will be a liner to short. So the split chance, and it's going to go against the Angels. That'll be a liner. Caught. Nice diving grab by Alexei Ramirez. Johnny Giavotella. 1-7. This is going to be the first hit of the game for the Angels. And it will be a 1-9 chance at a double. It's an 8. So they lose out on one split, but get another. So Giavotella will stroll into second base. Not a very good opportunity to... let's see. So you subtract 4, that's down to 3, and then you can add 5 because Ray is a +9 hold. So it's a 1-8 chance. They're going to go ahead and hope that Calhoun and Trout can get him home. Trying to get this third game of the series. Calhoun at the plate. 1-2. Oh, and he's hit by a pitch, and this will also lead to an injury. Now, no move up from Giavotella. All right, so Calhoun is above the threshold, so we're going to take a look at the chart here. The most he can get is a 3-game injury. So let's see what the D20 shows. Shows a 12, which is going to be a 3-game injury. And if it's 1 or 2, he is going to stay in the game. 3 or 4, he comes out at the end of the inning. 5 or 6, he'll come out immediately, and he's going to stay in the game. So he will his injury will cause him to miss time after the game is over. So he will remain in the game. That brings up Trout. First and second, 1 away. And 3-7. He's going to draw a walk. That will load the bases. Colin Ray losing control a little bit here, and it's going to bring up Cliff Pennington with the bases juiced. And one away. And a potential wild pitch here. But Colin Ray is wild pitch rating is 0, so he will not have a problem with that here. What will this roll bring up? Bases loaded. A big opportunity for the Angels. 4-8. This is another 1-12. Wait, no, it's lefty. That is a straight single. 4-8. Straight single. That's going to score. Javatella, Calhoun. He is going to hold on at third base. So they're not going to try and score Calhoun. With Pujols coming to the plate, still have a chance at a sacrifice fly. Who knows, another hit would be good as well. So that brings up Pujols. Base is still loaded. They're going to so they played that last one infield back. They're still going to play with the infield back, hoping for 2, hoping for a ready-made double play ball. And here comes Pujols, and the pitch is a 5-7 righty. That's a strikeout. Colin Ray rocks back. Digs deep, and now sees his way out. They're going to just play with the infield back automatically here with 2 outs. Jet Bandy at the plate. Can he get a clutch single? Now, he is not clutch. If you see 1-8 there is an Omega. That is a 4-10 righty. That is a ballpark single chance. Needs a 1-4 on the D20 when we roll it here. Can he get a 1-4? No, that will be a liner. Bandy righty will be a liner to short. Ends the inning. They do get 1 run. Maybe they should have tried sending Calhoun there. But a strikeout and a liner, and that will be it for the Angels. But they do take a 1-0 lead into the second. Okay, Myers up now. Righty 6-2, a fly ball to right field X. So Calhoun still in the ball game. He is a 2E5, so a pretty good fielder out there in right field. Myers taking it the other way. And at 20, he comes in for that one. Just has to make sure he secures it, and that is not a problem for an E5. He will make the grab. Calhoun with a nice, not so easy grab, and that'll be 1 out. Derek Norris. Righty 5-8, grounder to second base. Now it's Javatella 4E10. 4-17. He will successfully get to that. Will hit the throw be good, and it will. Pujols squeezes it, and with 2 outs, Alexei Ramirez. We don't need to roll the D20 here. 4-8 righty. That's going to be a 2-out walk. And Ramirez is going to try to get a lead here. Needs a 2 through 6 or a 9. Does not want a 7. That's a 5. So, yeah, that's good. So 15 minus 2 is 13. Plus 5 because Jared is plus 7. Bandy's 0. The most you can have is 5. So that's 13 and 5. It's 1-18 chance. And he is able to steal second after the walk. So it gives Perella a chance to score him here from second, maybe. 1-8 would be good for Perella here. Not many chances on the righty side. So 2 outs, runner at second. 4-9. A 1-3 single chance would make it first and third. Otherwise, it's going to go. Oh, and there's a 3. That is a single, but only 1 base advance. So first and third. With John Jay at the plate, can they tie this ball game? Of course, the infield back. 2 outs. 2-9. And he... Ooh, boy. So this is an Omega on an out. That is a clutch single by John Jay. He's going to drive in Ramirez. Runner on second or third with less than 2 outs, so that's going to move Perella to third as well, and that is going to tie the ball game on a clutch single. 2-9 is a strikeout on any situation other than runner in scoring position with 2 outs. So that brings up the pitcher, and so Weaver does see his way out of this, but he is kicking himself. He had the chance to possibly get out of this inning. Actually, 1, 2, 3, but then he walked Ramirez. Perella squeaks out a single, and that is a 6-7. Ray is a right-handed batter, 1-2 triple. This is going to score another run at least. It's a 17. That is a single for Ray. In comes Perella, and Ray helps himself. 2-1 lead for the Pods. And that takes to the top of the order, turns the lineup over, and now you get with a runner at first, a runner at third, 2 outs still. All of these hits, 3 hits and a walk, have come with 2 outs. So here we go. Upton Jr. struck out his first time up, and righty 6-8. That is a grounder to third base, and he's going to throw all the way across the diamond in time into Pujols' glove. Escobar makes the out, but 2 runs across here in the second. 2-1 lead for San Diego. And back to the drawing board for the Angels now in the bottom of the second. Down by a run, Shane Robinson, 8-hole hitter, and then the pitcher. So that'll be a grounder to shortstop. Up with that, Ramirez throws over to Myers for the out. Next up, Jared Weaver, pitcher's hitting card number 1. That's going to be a strikeout. And back to the top for Yunel Escobar. Angels only managed 1 run in yesterday's game, so they want to get more here. That's going to be a fly ball out to not Mike Trout. That's going to be John Jay out there, and he makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 inning for Colin Ray. So the top of the third, and it will be Solardi with a single, and was forced out at second on the grounder by Kemp in the first inning. That is a 6-9. We've been getting some 6s here lately. That's going to be a fly ball right to Trout, and he has no problems dealing with that one. Matt Kemp. Another fly ball, this time out to Cole Calhoun, and Mr. Calhoun grabs it for the second out. Will Myers, righty 4-8. That's going to be a 2-out walk. This is what happened in the second. It's what started the rally by the Padres. Myers will try to get a lead here as well. Might as well, with 2 outs, try to get into scoring position. You never know what could happen. But an 8 on the sum, and that will not allow him to. But wait, well, let's hold on here. That's 13 minus 4 is 9, plus 5 is 14. So 1 to 14 chance. He's going to try and get one on the. He didn't get a good jump, but a 1 to 14, and he will, with Weaver's bad arm, would be able to get in there, and he does. So 2 stolen bases on the battery combo of Bandy and Weaver now, and that's going to bring up Derek Norris with a chance to score a runner from second base. Can he do it? That's a 3-8, and the 3-8 is going to be a grounder to shortstop, and up with it is going to be Pennington, and he throws to Pujols for the out. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. Going to the bottom of the third. Two 2-1 for the visiting Padres, and it's going to be Javatella, who doubled and scored in the first inning to get the Angels out to an early lead. That's going to be a 3-6, and that's going to be a grounder to Ramirez, and makes the throw to first for the out. Cole Calhoun. And a 1-6, that's going to be a pop to the left side of the infield. Can't get around on that fastball, and underneath that will be Solarte. He grabs it for the out. 2 away, Mike Trout. And 3-7. Now he's going to walk again. Well, Trout is going to try and get a lead here. try to get this game tied up, and he does get a lead. That's a 5, and so you take away 2, 16, and then plus 5. So all he's got to do is avoid a 20 here, the way that I play it, and he does. So that's a stolen base for Trout. 2 outs, and it's going to bring up Cliff Pennington. Batting from the left side, here's a switch hitter. Can he sneak one through the infield and give Trout a chance to score that tying run? 5-5, he strikes out, goes down to end the inning. So another 0 for the Angels. 2-1 Padres going to the 4th. Okay, so Alexei Ramirez will be the batter here against Weaver going to the 4th. That's a 5-7 righty. That's going to be more trouble for Weaver. 1-7. A double, that'll be a single for Ramirez. 1 for 1 now for him. Perella at the plate. They are holding Ramirez. They're going to hit and run with Perella here. So it's going to bring up a 5 on a B hit and run. So let's take a look here. B hit and run and a 5. Oh, and looky there. That is a single. 2-base advance, so that's going to work out extremely well for the Padres. 1st and 3rd, nobody out for John Jay. So the Angels will play with the infield back, try to get Jay to ground and double play. They'll let the run score. 2-4. Well, that could be a ballpark single, but it will likely be a liner, as it's 1-4. Oh, and it's a 1. That's a single. It's going to score. Ramirez sneaks through, and that's going to make it 3-1. Things have not been kind here to the Angels on this homestand. So now, with nobody out, Ray will be up bunting. He's a B bunter. It's going to make it C because the infield is going to play in here, trying to cut off the chances. And it's a C9, which is a 1-2. He will continue to try and bunt. So 1-2 count. He's going to try to lay down this bunt. And it is a 6. Well, that's a defense chance, and they're going to try and get Perella at 3rd. Let's see, defense. Running speed -4 plus the fielder's defensive range. So the defensive range, the 3 means it's going to be the catcher. Catcher is Bandy. He's a 2. So Perella's 14, -4 is 10, and so a 1-12 chance of getting him. They're going to try and get him. So 1-12, he's safe. If it's 13-20, he is thrown out. Oh, and he is safe. That's going to be a fielder's choice, and it's going to load the bases with nobody out. Not a great play there by Bandy, and it's going to lead to Melvin Upton coming up. They're going to play with the infield all the way in. Going to try and cut the run off at home. And here is Upton Jr. against Weaver. 6-9 righty. That's a fly ball to center field. Underneath it, Trout should be sufficiently deep, though, to score Perella. And sure enough, he's going to come in easily. The throw, actually, he just throws it in to the cutoff. Keep Jay at second. So with 1 out, it's now 4-1. It's going to bring up Solardi. 1st and 2nd now. Lefty 5-4. Fly ball to center field. Trout out there. Should be able to catch this. It's a 10. He will get under it. I don't think anybody will be able to move on that one, as long as he doesn't make an error, and he doesn't. So for a 1 and a 10, that's an F2. And nobody Nobody on third, so it's just going to be a catch by Trout. And so now all he's got to do is get around Kemp. And he will limit the damage to only 2 runs across here in the inning. 2 outs. 3-8. That's a grounder to short. Up with it is going to be Pennington. He throws across. Pujols grabs it in time. And that retires the side. 2 across for the Padres. But 4-1, it could have been worse. Okay, so Angels got to get it going here. Get off and flying here, or else they're not going to win this series at home. It's going to be Pujols, then Bandy, then Robinson. Well, that's going to be a grounder to the second baseman Perella, and that is the first out of the inning on a 2-9. Jet Bandy now. Righty 5-7 struck him out. Colin Ray looking great here tonight. Shane Robinson. Righty 5-11. He's weak power, but he still gets the opportunity for a single here on the ballpark. 1-8. Not this time. It's going to be a fly ball to left field. 1-2-3 inning. Through 4, it is 4-1 San Diego. Okay, so Myers, Norris, Ramirez, top of the 5th. And he'll draw a walk to lead off. Second walk for him, 0 for 1, but 2 walks. Derek Norris. Four, 5, righty. Fly ball to right field. Out there is Calhoun, makes the catch. With 1 out, let's see if Myers can get that lead again. He needs a 2 through 5. No such luck that time. So he could again go for the 1-14. But with a lead, going to let Ramirez swing away here. 3-6. Well, that's going to be the reason why you might try to steal even with a bad lead. That's going to be a twin killing. 6-4-3 as the scoring on the sheet through 4.5. 4-1. Okay, so pitcher spot and down 4-1. The Angels get A.J. Ochter warming up. And it's going to be this early in the game. They're going to have Daniel Nava take a turn at pinch hitting here. So Weaver's day will be done. So here is the switch hitting Daniel Nava. So he'll be batting from the left side. And it's a 4-5. Fly ball to left field. Takes it the other way, caught by Melvin Upton Jr., and that's at number 1. The Yunel Escobar next. And that is a 5-6 righty. Sorry, I was having a little bit of a brain fart there for a second, but that's a grounder to short, and that'll be at number 2. So Javatella, 2 outs. That will be a grounder to second. So a fly ball and 2 ground outs. We're going to go to the 6th. Okay, so facing Perella, it will be the new pitcher A.J. Ochter, the right-hander. Has a relief rating of 2 innings, so he gets a free inning here to throw against Perella before any count goes against him. 4-3 righty, grounder to first, so it's going to be Pujols under the gun here. A 4 E12, 16 he gets to it, and then an 11 on an E12 is going to be a play made by Pujols. We'll say 3-1 as under. Handing it to Ochter. Here is John Jay to lefty. 7, he strikes out. Now Colin Ray, who has been pitching well in this game, he will hit for himself with nobody on base. And a 6-7 grounder to the second baseman. Javatella 4E10, 4-4. That will be a single. Second hit of the game for Ray. And that should not be an error, but he's reached 3 times in this game. Also reached on a fielder's choice. And now Upton Jr. with 2 outs. 6-6 righty. Oh no, this is going to get Ray to third. 1-13, a double, and there's a 13. So already an RBI for Upton. He's not going to get one here, but a double with Ray stopping at third. And now it's going to bring up Solardi with 2 outs. Second and third. Needs a big out here. 6-10 batting from the left, grounded to third base. He needs Escobar to come up with his 4E25. 4-11. He will get to it, not holding anybody on. Can he make the play without an error? That is a 10 on an E25, and he does. Wait. Yes, he does. He makes the play, ends the inning, so no further damage on the 5-3. So a 0 for Octor. Gets away with a single and a double. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th with a 4-1 lead for the Padres. So we are to the bottom of the 6th. And Ray is back out there against Cole Calhoun. Having probably his best game of the season so far. Lefty 5-10, catcher X. Catcher is Norris, a 2 and a 6. He will, that will be a pop-up as long as he doesn't error. And a 14 with an E3 is a good play made. So 1 out. Now Mike Trout. No official at bat yet. 2 walks. And a 3-3 would be a 1-9 single. And it's an 8, so he will reach on the single. And with 1 out, he's going to try and steal. Oh boy. So he can't get a good lead there. On the steal, that could be a balk though. 1-3 for Ray. It's a 6, so no balk, but he can't get a good lead. It would still be a 1-13 chance he is going to hold tight with Pennington at the plate. And a 1-10, that's a grounder to second. Trout will be able to get second on that. No play there. It's just going to have to make the play the first. Perella, that is. And so now it's Pujols with runner at second, Trout, and 2 outs. 1-4. That's a grounder to the shortstop, Ramirez, and he's going to make the play, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. Going to the 7th. Okay, so Octor back out for a second inning of work here. Now the hits and walks will count against him. Here's Matt Kemp. That's going to be a strikeout. So Will Myers, 0 for 1, but 2 walks and a stolen base. Another 3-9. This will be another strikeout. Now Derek Norris, 0 for 3 in the 5-hole, but hasn't hurt his team too much. They're still ahead 4-1. 3-11 this time. That's a fly ball to center field, caught by Trout. So it's the 7th inning stretch. Let's rearrange the cards. So Ray, he is going to be coming towards the end of his shift here. We will get, I'm going to have to take a look at the who's available for San Diego. It looks like pretty much everybody is. So in the bottom of the 7th here, they're going to get Ryan Buchter warming up in the pen, and they're going to keep their eye on Colin Ray to see if he's going to be able to get through this inning. Jet Bandy will lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th. 4-1, Padres ahead, and that's a grounder to second base. Perella will throw to first for the out. Shane Robinson, not a very good card here. Corner outfielders beside Calhoun are in pretty rough shape. That's going to be Myers. He's going to underhand it to Ray, and now it's going to be the pitcher spot. And obviously that is going to be it for Octor. The Angels will have, with Ramirez coming up, they're going to get another righty up, and it will be Joe Smith. And they will pinch hit with Gregorio Petit. Ray just trying to get through this last batter. 2-9 strikes him out. What an outing for Ray. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 5 strikeouts for him on the evening. Pretty good outing there for him. Through 7 innings, he is the pitcher of record. He will be coming out of the game most likely, and we're going to be going to the 8th with the Padres having a 4-1 lead. All right, so righty Joe Smith to face Alexei Ramirez. Here in the top of the 8th, 4-1. 2-7, that's a fly ball to center field, caught by Trout. He's had a lot of action here today. Jose Perella, 2 for 2. Good for a card that looks like that. So here is Perella. There's a 1-8, and he may get his 3rd hit. How about that? 1 to 12 would be a double, and he gets it. How about that? Good game for Jose Perella. This may be his last game for the team, because I think I have to make a change to Ryan Schimpf next. But if this were real life, I'd say Perella probably earned himself another start. John Jay now, runner at second. And a 6-2 against a lefty. That's a grounder back to Smith. 1-0, so it's an 8. So we don't even need to roll the D6s. It's just an 8. So it's going to be a 1-3, and it's going to bring up Colin Ray's spot, and they will pinch hit with Brett Wallace here. So here's Brett Wallace facing Joe Smith with 2 outs and a runner at second. Lefty 4-12. That's a ballpark single, 1 to 4. And that's going to be a liner to second, caught by Javatella. So no runs, 1 hit. Going to the bottom of the 8th. Okay. Lefty Buchter going to face the top of the order here in the 8th. 4-1. Angels need 3 to tie. Here's Yunel Escobar. 2-6 against the lefty, and that is a great start for the Angels. That's going to be a double. Brings up Javatella. Could look to bunt here, but they're just going to go ahead and send him up to swing away. 1-8. Well, that's a grounder to pitcher B. Runner at second. Since it's hit to the pitcher, the runner will have to stay at second base. So up with it, Buchter, and he will throw to first for the out. Brings up Cole Calhoun. Lefty-lefty matchup here. 2-3, a ballpark single. Needs a 1 to 4. No, not this time. Line out to second. 2 outs. And that brings up Mike Trout. be tempted to pitch around this guy. And they will. They're gonna intentionally walk Trout. Put the tying run to the plate. Here is Cliff Pennington. Maybe some suspect. And they already used Petit, so they're gonna have to stick with Pennington here. 3-7. That's a liner. Hot shot right at Ramirez, and that will end the 8th inning. So still zeros except for that first inning for the Angels. 4-1 going to the 9th. Okay, so Deolis Guerra will be the pitcher. Fernando Rodney will be warming up for the Padres, looking for the save, and Upton Jr. will face Guerra here. Righty 5-7 grounder to second base. Up with it, Javatella. Yes. And he will make the out. Solarte, 1 for 4. 1-7 grounder to second. So Javatella with a second chance here to make the play. And now Matt Kemp strikes out. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 9th. Padres looking to close out a series victory here at Angel Stadium. Okay, last chance here for the Angels. They have Crone on the bench they could bring in to pinch hit here. Facing Fernando Rodney. Forgot to write down his stuff here. Going to try and close this out for San Diego. Looking to make their record 9-12 and move ahead of the Angels in the standings. Let's see. He goes to Miami, so he's a 6-12 guy. 1 inning for Buchter, and we're ready to go here. So it'll be Pujols, Bandy, and Robinson. Probably will pinch hit for Robinson with Crone, and then we'll see what we do if they get past here. So Pujols against Rodney. 6-7 against a righty. Grounder to second base. It's going to be Perella 3, E19. 3-1, that's going to be a single. So the first bit of bad luck here tonight. The 8 is not going to be a problem, but Pujols gets on. Let's see. Don't really have a whole lot to work with as far as pinch runners, so they're going to stick with Pujols at first. Jet Bandy up. And 1-3 against a righty. That's a ballpark single. Can they get another low roll here? Nah, they don't. That'll be a liner to short. That'll be 1 out. Shane Robinson. They're going to pinch hit with CJ Crone. So facing Rodney, Pujols at first. Pujols is going to take second on defensive indifference. Pitcher and catcher not paying any attention to him at all. 5-8 righty. That's a strikeout. So 2 down. And now they're going to have to go with Carlos Perez with a runner at second and 2 outs. I really should have Jeffrey Marte as my other pinch hitter / depth guy, but instead I have Ji-Man Choi, and I feel like that's not the right choice. I'm waiting until the series changes to make the switch, so I'm trying to use him as sort of last resort. So Perez at the plate with 2 outs. And here we go. Can he keep this inning alive? A 3-5 would do it. A couple other rolls there too, but A 6-7. Does it do it? That's a grounder to second. He needs a low roll here on the Perella. He is a 3 and a 19. That means all it will be is an error to keep this game alive. That is an 8 on an E19, and I am quite certain that on an E19, 8 is not a problem. He will make the play to first. That is your ball game, and 2 out of 3 for San Diego. What a game here as Padres get a victory here by a score of 4-1. Okay, so your final here from Angel Stadium. San Diego Padres 4, Los Angeles Angels 1. Line score 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Padres, 8 left. And for the Angels, 1 run, 5 hits, 7 left for them. Winning pitcher Colin Ray, 2-3 record now. Loss goes to Jared Weaver. He is now 0-3 on the season. The save second of the season for Fernando Rodney in this one. And your player of the game is going to be Colin Ray, pitching a 5-hit, actually 3 hits through 7 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts for him. Not only that, but 2 for 3 with an RBI helped contribute to his cause in this game with some good hitting with the stick as well as the arm on the mound. So Colin Ray is going to be your player of the game here. Padres win, run the record to 9-12, and the Angels are going to run at the 21 game mark, which is 7/18 of the way through with 8-13. So some time to make that up, but not so good right at the moment. So we will try and get the other game for this game day, May 24th, in a little later this weekend. That will be Baltimore up in the neighbors to the north, facing the Toronto Blue Jays up there along Lake Ontario. So I hope that will be a good one. First game in that set. So we're going to close it out here for now. Padres win by a final score of 4-1.